When this movie starts, the Horsemen are kind of hiding out. They've basically gone underground and are awaiting orders from the Eye, which is the secret organization they were kind of admitted to at the end of the first movie. And they're incredibly frustrated and going stir-crazy because they're awaiting orders and they're just in secret kind of practicing, but really frustrated because they're showmen. They want to be, on stage. They want to be performing. And when they get their first task in this movie, I think very quickly it turns into something much more dangerous and scary than they initially expected. Lizzie does like geek magic, which is like like severing heads and other kind of bloody tricks, and it's really a funny juxtaposition to what the rest of us do, because the rest of us are kind of these kind of fancy David Copperfield style magicians who pull off these very kind of beautiful illusions with the kind of showmanship and pizzazz that would be appropriate on a Vegas stage. And Lizzie does stuff that's kind of a lot of gross out magic, which is such a great juxtaposition to us and a great addition to our team. And I think even more interesting, it becomes increasingly useful over the course of the movie as we find ourselves in increasingly dangerous situations. And I think also her character's magic fits in well with Lizzie's personality. Lizzie has the ability to be kind of brash and funny and kind of obnoxious in a charming way, and that I think parallels really nicely with her magic. I think people are going to be really surprised by how wonderful Dan is in this movie, not because they don't know that he's wonderful, but because his character is so different. He really plays a guy who is this kind of conniving and also charming villain. He's a guy who seems to love himself, but in private is kind of insecure and angry, and is a guy who, when he doesn't get his way, becomes pretty dangerous. This movie is kind of like a heist and a caper, and I think it's kind of perfectly paralleled to what these characters do. When you're doing a magic trick, there are twists and turns, there are red herrings, there's misdirection. Those are the kind of essential elements of a magic trick, of a good magic trick. And they're pretty much the essential elements of a good caper, there are, kind of red herrings, there are twists, and just when you feel like you figured out exactly what the characters were doing, you have the rug pulled out from under you. And that's the kind of, I would say, the ingredients of a great magic trick, which is why I think this movie, in a way, even more than the first Now You See Me, I think really figured out exactly the best way to kind of tell this story with these characters and kind of get the tone really right.
Hey, I've got a movie fact for you. Did you know that Darth Vader only has 12 minutes of screen time in the original Star Wars? For this and more movie facts, click on more videos. Or for more trailers, click on the playlist.